Here's another student. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn, and I have some questions about life there. What was life like in Afghanistan under the Taliban? How has life changed for the Afghan people since the American invasion? And do you feel that it's gotten better or worse?
Thank you, Jacqueline. سوال این شاگرد این است که زندگی در زمان طالبان چطور بود بعد از آمدن نیروی امریکا چطور شد؟
مجموعاً 11 سال وجود نیروهای خارجی در داخل افغانستان یک وضعیت ناکارآمد و غیر قابل قبول است.
The short answer to that is that none of the youth who have spoken in answer to your question have said that they are happy with either the Taliban period or this current period of time. Comparatively, the Taliban were dictatorship, a form of dictatorship which was very violent and obviously religious. And Faiz adds that during the time of the Taliban, the areas where there were Farsi ones or the Dari-speaking people of Afghanistan, there was more violence and killings and insecurity then, and now it seems that the violence is shifting to Taliban or Pashtun areas, and the Farsi ones, Dari-speaking people seem to be a little better off. But that's just speaking generally. Overall, Abdullah, Mehdi, Nauruzi, and Faiz, and the others in the room are not happy with either. The past 11 years has been an emphasis by the international community on force. There is literally only one strategy, and it's a shame to say this, that all of the global humanity or the international community can only think of one way to deal with severe problems in this part of the world. And that way that the world has chosen is force, military force. There is hardly anything going on in the past 11 years to emphasize education, development, looking at the root causes of terrorism and trying to deal with those root causes instead of using force, guns, which obviously has not solved very much at all, leaving the current situation very unsatisfactory. Having said that, because the strategy over the past 11 years has been one of force and is failing, what will happen with the withdrawal of that force is that the divisions that have resulted from the use of force and constant killings have divided the people of Afghanistan even more. And you can imagine the constant killings over the decades resulting in a community or a society that does not know how to respond otherwise. We can no longer, I think the world needs to wake up. We cannot expect to kill and have people build their country. It's not possible. So we are afraid that what we have set up is the grounds for another continued civil war or violence.
ما فکر منو مستاد فکر منو که ما افغانستان 5 دشمن داره 5 دشمن، یکیش امریکاست، پاکستان
دشمن نگو بس بعد میشن فقط همه مشکل داریم.
ما فکر منو مستاد که حال افغانستان نختیم دیگه جارم شود، خاطری که جنگ‌های اضافه یا مثلا با این وقت انفجار حتی از خانه که بریم شیم ارتباط میکنیم پس هم آدم میتونیم نمیتونیم سعی که واقعا رخ داد یا انفجار شد در نگاه.
Lala has just added on a small point to the answer in saying that things now are so unpredictable that just this morning, when we were waiting for an international peace activist from the States at the airport, we heard a loud explosion of a suicide bomb in an area in a zone nearby. So this is what we are having now. What we're having is a situation where every day we are faced with violence from all angles and from all directions. Both the international community that is here as well as the local armed groups.
دیگه من فکر اون استاد که 80% مردمی هم که هستن امریکا بخی نادیده گرفتن، فقط نفری که زر داره اونمو را
نه تنها امریکا نادیده گرفتن،
کل دولت نادیده
خب شما مال من نزن نه خب کلگی شما امریکا که بکش از اینجا شما هنوز در این وضع میمانی نه. Lala is also adding that unfortunately the powers that be, including the United States, have ignored the majority of the ordinary people of Afghanistan. I suppose I could add personally that that's the case everywhere, but very much so here. There is no application of or commitment to any semblance of integrity or truth in this country by anyone, by any player. Thank you very much for your question.
Wow, it's it really, when I hear you talk like this, it just, I mean, all of us here are just feeling like there's no place to turn. All right, I'm going to let the next student come up. Thank you for that. Thank you for bearing your souls and answering us in such a honest and brave way. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kate. On American television, we often see frightening images and read stories of violence and war in Afghanistan cities and countryside. I can't imagine what life would be like to live under such conditions. Are you afraid? Do you hope that conditions will improve and that the war will end?
این دوست پرسان کرد که گفت که در خبر همیشه از افغانستان همیشه جنگ و خشونت است. شما چرا کم زندگی میکنید در این جنگ و خشونت؟ شما ترس میخورین؟ شما امید دارین که این جنگ
ژورنالیست ها کارشون خبرسازی است. هزاران اتفاق مفیدی که در داخل کشور میفته اونها را ندیده میگیرن، ولی کدام انتحاری شوه او رو خود تلاش میکنن در مخابره کنن.
Well, thank you for that question. The short of the answer is the people of Afghanistan are very, very tired of the wars. Who would not be tired after 4 decades of constant killing? So we want this war to end the soonest possible. That's what almost all Afghans want. Afghans are not terrorists. What we see in the news is unfortunately one-sided, which depicts violence because it makes the news. The majority of ordinary Afghans detest such actions and violence and want it to end. The best way you could do that is to come here. Come to Afghanistan and watch how ordinary people live and the problems that they have. I would like to add to the youth's views my personal experience as an international living among them for the past 10 years. That living with dignity and respect in a state like this is itself a resistance and testimony to the dignity of the people of Afghanistan.